everybody, welcome to Tips December day 29. I know that I have missed many days, but with Christmas and everything going on, it was pretty hectic, and now I'm finally getting back to my normal groove. So I still have the Christmas tree down there. I mean, I don't personally celebrate Christmas, but I enjoy like the tree, and it's sort of, I enjoy everything festive. That's just me. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about today are tips for people or, well, persons that use any type of vitamin A, whether it be orally or topically. Some of them will be applicable only to those using it topically, and others will be more for the oral form. Anyways, as you may know, if you've been following me on my channel, I'm a big advocate on retinol, retinoid, and all of that good stuff. I've done 4 cycles of Accutane. It was wonderful, but the problem was that my acne kept coming back. Not as bad as the previous time that I took it, but it still came back. And the point is that my skin needs retinols and retinoid on a constant basis, and that's not possible with Accutane. Accutane has a lot of side effects. I experienced several side effects that were very, let's say, debilitating, and that's why I refused a 5th round of Accutane, and I found my way into completely controlling my acne by using only topically. But that will be for another video. Now I just wanted to share some tips and tricks to avoid the severe dryness or the itchiness, the irritation, and all of that, because some people just will get irritation no matter what, no matter how light you use it, yet you still want to use it because of the great benefits that it offers. So I'm one of those. It goes by periods. There are periods that I get no side effects. My skin is very happy with it, and other times that I will get very irritated with only one use of the same thing that I've used a week earlier. So yeah, anyways, and I'm pretty consistent with my skincare. Like, I exfoliate the same days, I use the same masks and so on. So basically it's just my skin that's oscillating between states quite often. Anyways, the retinol that I've been using lately, in addition to my retin-a, which that one is prescription. Retin-a, I try to use it only once or twice and not per week at night time. I don't use it that much lately because it has been, let's say, causing a lot of flakiness and irritation. And when it's extremely cold, like now we're having -18 today, that can be too harsh on the skin, so that's why I use only retinols. The one that I'm using now is the Peter Thomas Roth Retinol Fusion PM, and it has 1.5% of retinol, and it has vitamin C and E, also in high concentrations, I believe, because it's the only ingredients that there are. Like, then there are some squalane and silicones, but that's about it. Anyways, if you're currently using this and you've been applying it with your hands, don't do it, because you're going to waste a lot of product. What you should do is take the applicator and drop in the areas, massage it, go in the next area, a couple of drops, massage it, and so on. Anyways, I'm sorry if you're hearing Muffy. He's pissed off because I'm not staying with him on the balcony, and the balcony is freezing. But he wanted to go absolutely, like there is no other way. Like, he was in front of the door yelling and yelling and yelling for me to let him on the balcony. So now he's on the balcony, and no, he doesn't get sick. He's a very weird canary bird that he actually does well in extremely cold situations. Like, I'm sometimes wondering that maybe he's not really a canary bird. He was born in Finland, so maybe that's why, I don't know. But anyways, he enjoys the when it's very sunny and very cold. He really likes it, but he wants me to be there with him, and right now I'm filming, so I can't be there with him. Anyways, this is a great product. I love it, but a great way to boost any retinols that you're applying. It's by using vitamin C on top of the retinol. Now, vitamin C and retinol work wonderful together. They complement each other and they help each other to boost their efficacy. Now, the vitamin C that I personally use is from La Roche-Posay and is the Active C. This one has, I believe, 5% of vitamin C. I mean, you can use higher concentrations, but I personally like this one. I don't really have big hyperpigmentation problems, so it is pretty good for me and I like the texture. Now, the trick with this, sorry if the sunlight is washing me off, like, this is what happens when you live in the very north. Like, when the sun comes, it's just blinding. And since everything is white and so snowy outside, when the sun comes, it just, I'm sorry, I can't do much about it. And Muffy is getting pissed off. What a great video. What a great video. Anyways, yeah, the trick with the retinols is that you have to let them sort of, I don't want to say activate, but penetrate properly in the skin for 30 minutes. If you apply anything on top of it before than 30 minutes, the likelihood of inactivating the retinol or diluting it or making it not work as properly is greater. So that's why wait at least 30 minutes before applying anything on top of it. And if you're going to apply anything on top of it, then preferably be it a vitamin C cream, vitamin C serum, or vitamin C oil or something like that, because it will really boost the efficacy and you're gonna see a greater difference in a shorter time period if you do that. Now, if you don't want to use a vitamin C, what I would do, if you suffer, like seriously, there he is. I mean, this video is all over the place, I'm sorry. This is really a ratchet video. Total ratchet. Anyways, and the sun is... I'm gonna try and ignore the sun now. If you have very dry skin and your skin always reacts to retinols, and I mean, come on. Yeah. And you get flakiness and irritation the next morning after applying retinol, I would recommend using a face oil on top of the retinol. The one that I like is the retinoid one. It has natural vitamin A, so I feel that it won't really clash, like they will complement each other because they are the same purpose, if you wish. But this being an oil, it will sort of control the irritation, or if, yeah, it will control a bit the irritation. Next tip that I have is exfoliate. Now, if you're using retinols, that's very important because the retinol, what it does, it will accelerate the shedding of the skin. Therefore, you need to exfoliate to remove that excess of dead skin cells. You will have a greater amount of dead skin cells when you're using retinols, so I would recommend exfoliating with a exfoliating face wash or with your Clarisonic or whatnot, but I tend to use a face wash that has at least glycolic acid and lactic acid. It doesn't need to be anything strong, it just needs to be a daily wash with a light amount of an exfoliating acid and washing it off. If you do that consistently, then hopefully it won't accumulate a lot of dead skin cells, which can translate in a lot of flakiness, a lot of patchy areas and whatnot. And I would say once a week, exfoliate with something slightly stronger, either be it with a microdermabrasion at home or a stronger acid. Now, if you're doing Accutane, in my case, I was able to use strong glycolic acids and strong peelings, not like peelings at the derm office, but at home kits. For me, it worked well because I didn't suffer from skin irritation from taking it orally. I only suffered in my lips, my eyes, and my joints and muscles and everywhere else except my skin. But if you're taking it orally, then be very careful. Ask your dermatologist or do a patch test, or, you know, be very careful, because that when you're taking it orally, it can really mess your skin if you do something that your skin will react. It will take longer to heal, and it might leave scars, so that's why be very careful. Again, my skin resists a lot, and my skin tolerated well the acid, so it worked well for me. If it works well for you, then great. But anyways, that tip was mainly for people who are using it topically. Now, if you're having still a lot of dryness, or you're having a lot of dry patches that no matter what, they're not going away, then either you can do one of two things. In the morning when you're washing it off, use a balm to wash off your skin. Don't use, or first use something to exfoliate, like a glycolic acid wash, and then wash it with a really oily face balm so that you leave a slight residue of oil on your skin. Then go on with a face oil and then proceed with a moisturizer. Now, the one that really works for me when I have a lot of flakiness is the Neostrata Bionic Lotion. This is meant for skins that are very dry, have undergone a cosmetic procedure, or are having eczema, or, you know, the, how do you say, irritation from the cold, like when it's peeling and not cute. Anyways, this really works. Now, something I want to warn you about this is that it will leave your skin feeling tight, which might give the impression that your skin isn't moisturized. But if you're using an oil underneath this, then it won't leave it as tight. I believe that it's something to do with how it sets the product, because it's a lotion, but it doesn't mean that it's not actually treating the flakiness. It's just that it feels that way. If it feels uncomfortable, then go on and use your sunscreen, which probably will take off or completely solve that feeling. If it's still like nasty and there is really nothing to do, then go on with cold cream or do a cold cream face wash. But I would go on and apply cold cream in the areas where it's really like there's nothing else to do. But anyways, for me, I found that the cold cream, I rarely need to resort to that, and I rarely need to resort to using the oil and the moisturizer if I take care that I use the retinol properly on the night. So basically, if I use my vitamin C cream on top of the retinol, and on every other night I use the face oil on top of the retinol, then that should control the irritation and the amount of flakiness. Now, if it's too flaky, then obviously you want to space out the applications of the retinol, because your skin basically is telling you that it can't tolerate that much, so you should actually listen to your skin. But if it's, no matter what, your skin is irritating, then I hope that those tips will help you. Now, I'm not a doctor, so this is at your own risk, but this is what I basically found worked for me, and I've been a long time retin-a, retinol, and Accutane user, so I've tried a lot in order to control my acne and at the same time control the whatever side effects might come from using such products. Finally, the sun is gone, or it's actually, no, it's not setting yet. It will set in 2 hours. Now we're 1 p.m, so it will set at 3 o'clock. And Muffy is outside singing, which is a great relief, because most of the time he's around me and it can give headaches because he's very loud. So it's great that he's enjoying it outside. And before you start bashing, no, he doesn't get a cold. Like, this is his normal routine to go outside on the balcony every single day of the year, except when it's gray and dull. He doesn't like it, but any other time of the year he's going, and this is his third winter. Yeah, it's your third winter, yeah. And he's always going outside, even when it's minus 20 Celsius. He is outside. He's like a happy camper there. Like, at first I was like, like, really, should I let him? And then I was like, okay, he's like really mad, really angry. So I was like, okay, I'm letting you there just a few minutes. If you feel bad, you come in. Usually when it's getting too cold for his taste, he will come back in and warm up and then go back out. But yeah, he's pretty smart. Anyways, I hope this video was useful and that you enjoyed it. If you have any tips and tricks or questions regarding to retinol or skincare in general, then you can let them down below. But yeah, anyways, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye bye!